Hey guys, this is Angie, the Green Baker. I am feeling really tired today. I'm like not about this life right now. And I think it's from all the stress eating, snack eating from being quarantined for Rona. But of course, I always know that being the Green Baker, that I can use food to combat how I'm feeling, using my medicine to also combat how I'm feeling. And so in today's video and live, which I'm doing on Facebook for the first time, so it's a little weird, I am going to show you guys how I make a really quick and easy antioxidant full, also cannabis infused smoothie. So luckily, I have all of this fruit that I have saved because I'm kind of a bit of a fruit hoarder when I have like fresh fruits and they're about to go bad or they're about to like kind of turn and be no good. I'll throw them into Ziplocs and put them into the freezer. So as you can see on here, I have some frozen strawberries that I had from a farmer's market that were about to go bad, and so I froze them. I have a banana, which you can see it's kind of like brown and kind of icky looking, but those are the best kind of bananas for smoothies, for banana breads, because they're really, really sweet because they're like about to go bad. And then I also have some frozen blueberries that I had in my freezer. Once again, I'm kind of like a fruit hoarder. Like I love fresh fruit, but frozen fruit will do just as good for smoothies, for baking, for any sort of those things that you really don't need fresh fruit for. And you can take the fresh fruit that you have or the fresh fruit that you've, kind of bought. Especially now we're like buying kind of in bulk and it's like, ooh, what am I going to do with this stuff before it goes bad? You can throw it into a Ziploc and then, use it later on for baking or for smoothies. So I have, and obviously you can use any sort of like fruits or vegetables and I sometimes put vegetables in mine, but for now I'm doing fruits, but you can do any sort of combination of like what your liking is or what you happen to have on hand. It's not necessarily like imperative that you use a specific like mixture of stuff. So anyway, so I have blueberries, I have bananas, I have strawberries, all really great for protein, potassium, high in antioxidants. So that's going to be the basis of my the fruits for my smoothie. I also have some ginger, so I just have like some regular ginger, like a knob of ginger. I like to throw fresh ginger into my smoothies because you get that fiber in it and you get that freshness and that bite from the ginger. I also have some ginger water that I made. Now, if you ever make ginger water, you see kind of this white residue that's under here. You want to make sure you always shake it up really good before you add it to whatever you're going to do. And this is just basically like a bunch of ginger thrown in a blender with water, and then you just strain it. That's it. And so that's ginger water. So it has all of the great properties of ginger, just not the fiber. So I actually like the fiber in my smoothie. So that's how I'm going to use the fresh ginger. And I just sliced it like super thin. I didn't even peel it because it just gets all blitzed up in there anyway. So it doesn't really matter. I also have some fresh mint. So just like a couple of leaves of mint is really good. And then I have some Brazil nuts, which you can see here. I love the Brazil nuts because it gives you some protein, which is really, really good. And so it'll help to keep you feeling filled longer. It's also a really great source of fiber and a great source of getting your stuff moving, especially when you've been eating a little bit too much snacks and snacking every 2 to 3 minutes because you're bored, because you're quarantined. So in line with the fiber, I also have some flaxseed. Now, this is the flaxseed that's like really finely ground. Because if you get like the seeds themselves, it's not a bad thing. You can definitely still use those. But this I find leaves like no graininess in the smoothie. So sometimes you want it to have like a little bit of like stuff in your mouth, but I find that it's a lot easier if I have it already like in this form, so it's already kind of like milled into like a nice little powder. So I'm going to use some of that. That's also really good protein wise. It's really good for fiber. Get those bowels moving, get all that stuff out of your system. It's probably why I'm feeling a little sluggish today. Also, I'm going to be using, which I kind of forgot, but I'm going to go grab it. I'm going to use also of almond milk also. That'll kind of be my liquid. The other really cool thing about using like frozen vegetable or frozen fruit for the smoothie is that you don't need to add in ice. So it keeps the flavors really strong, really potent. So all the stuff that's frozen will actually make it a cool smoothie, a slushy kind of smoothie. So that's really cool. So that's another reason why I like to use frozen fruits, because it actually adds to that kind of mouthfeel. Obviously you could just add ice in if you wanted to, but I like using the actual, you know, fruit that I have to get that same nice tropical smoothie feel. And you're more than welcome to add more ice if you want to into it, but I don't usually have to. I usually find that it's like, you know, cold enough. Cause ain't nothing good about a hot smoothie, because that's just not cool, right? And then so for my medicated side, I have some coconut oil that I've infused, and this is Green Baker coconut oil. I make it in-house. So this is actually, you can see the top, it's CBD Bubba Kush. And that's from my homeboy at Third Day Collective. Thank you very much. I used Third Day Collective flour, and I then infused it into my coconut oil. So I have the coconut oil here, and so that'll be my medicine that I'll be adding into the smoothie. So, so basically, it's super freaking easy. You do not have to be a 20-year trained culinary chef to make a smoothie. I have a little NutriBullet looking thing here, so you just like put that, and then you just kind of like dump all your crap in there. I mean, it's like super easy, like it's no like professional. And once again, like I said, you can always do like different combinations of herbs, different combinations of fruits, different combinations of whatever it is that you want. I'm gonna do almost all of the strawberries. I'm gonna do the whole thing of banana. And once again, we are in the time of the coronavirus, so being able to get all these really great, like, anti-radical fighting, antioxidant stuff into our system is really a great way to combat that. And if I had some elderberry, which I don't right now, I would totally throw that in here. I have my Brazil nuts are going in there, and I'm going to do about 3 slices of the ginger. And I'll make sure to put this recipe on my Instagram feed, and of course that'll be on Facebook also. So if you feel more comfortable having kind of a recipe to follow, then you're more than welcome to do that. But like I said, you can kind of wing it and do it in a way that feels good for you. So I'm going to do about a tablespoon of the flaxseed meal, okay? And we want to make sure that we have like a good amount of the almond milk in there, because that's going to help to kind of get it going. Now, key thing, there's really no rhyme or reason of how I loaded this in here. I just threw everything in there that I wanted. Key thing is, if you are using infused coconut oil, do not put it in there yet, okay? Because as we know, coconut oil will solidify pretty much the instant it touches anything cold. So what'll end up happening is that your coconut oil will solidify, and then you'll have like chunks of coconut oil all through your smoothie, and that's not a good look. So I'm gonna put my almond milk in. And then it's going to get kind of loud in here for a second, but you guys will be all right. And we're going to see if this is enough. I might need to add some more almond milk. Hold on, let's see. And then what I like to do is I like to add my coconut, infused coconut oil in afterwards. So, pardon the noise, here we go. So you can see just how thick it is, and that's just from having the frozen fruit in there. I'm just going to add a touch more of almond milk, just so that way it comes together a little bit better. And then kind of shake it up, give it a hand. so this is looking really, really good. So what I'm going to do now that I have this all kind of in a nice homogenized kind of way, I'm going to take about a tablespoon of my infused coconut oil. I want every last drop of that, and I'm going to put that right on top. And then I'm going to blend this up really, really quickly and really good. Okay, so this is all beautifully mixed, nice and smooth. You guys can see it. I'm going to pour it into here. And you can see how nice and thick it is. That coconut oil, because it does get cold, it kind of also makes it nice and thick and kind of like real smoothie-like. So I really, really like that. And that's one reason why I like to use the Green Baker infused coconut oil versus the tincture or something else, because it does kind of add to that mouthfeel, and it kind of having that really good coconut fat makes you feel satiated for longer. It makes you feel a lot more full and a lot more satisfied, because sometimes that can happen when you're doing smoothies. You'll feel like, oh man, I'm going to be hungry in like 30 minutes. Well, having all these really good fats like the Brazilian nuts and also the flax seed and also the oil will help to give you some really good fats that'll help you feel satisfied and full from your smoothie. So, oh, that's good. I added no sugar to it. I added no sort of like sweeteners, no sort of any of that stuff into it. It's just using the almost kind of out the door fruit that I threw into the freezer into a Ziploc that adds that sweetness to it. So it doesn't need any extra sweetening. I'm actually using unsweetened almond milk too. So this is just like that almost rotten banana and the strawberries and the blueberries that really give it a nice, sweetness to it. So it's not too sweet, but you feel really full, satiated, and happy with it. So, oh boy, cheers you guys. So this has been Angie the Green Baker, and now you know how to make your own infused coconut oil with my infused coconut oil smoothie with all these wonderful antioxidants in it from the berries, all of that protein from all of the different items that I put into it. Once again, I'll put that recipe on my Instagram feed for anybody that's interested in it, and hopefully it'll get us all nice and moving and in a better mood after being quarantined and eating up all the snacks in our house. So please like, subscribe, share, do all of that wonderful stuff that you do, because you guys are amazing, and I heart you guys to the moon and back. And just stay medicated, stay safe, wash your hands. This is your girl, the Green Baker, and I am signing off. Have a good one, you guys.